Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Rush Racing stream brought to you by AI369. I am the host, Dynasty Sparrow, and we're running things a bit differently tonight. Unfortunately, we didn't have a driver show up, so we have a three-man comms box. So I'm on my left, I have Panic, and on my right, I have Wreckers. Good evening, lads.
Good evening, mate.
And
Hello,
How we
Rackers.
doing tonight, chat?
So we're just about to get underway. We've called green, so we're just waiting for everyone to get to going. The game has loaded, so here we are in Abu Dhabi for another good qualifying, hopefully, in Division 6.
Yeah, it should be fun watching these guys battle tonight. They have obviously, as I said last week, they've improved quite a bit. So let's see what I can show you in Abu Dhabi. There was no
Yeah,
safety
Abu
car, I
Dhabi.
think, yesterday. Yes, there was no safety cars for D5.
Yeah, Abu Dhabi. I mean, qualifying is pretty important here on this track. There's quite a few dive bomb opportunities you can make. You can really stick it out at turn 6 and 7, but obviously, having a good qualifying will really make your life a whole lot easier, especially because some of these first corners can get really dicey. It is quite a wide track, but like I said, turn 6 and 7 is really dicey if you have like 19 cars trying to go into that one corner. So we already saw an invalidation on ski, even though it's an outlap. So hopefully we won't see too many of those, but it is pretty easy to go just a little too wide on this track.
Yeah, and setup is crucial here. If you don't have the right car balance here, that will definitely hurt your race. I think that the Dynasty can vouch for that one on his race. Car balance
Yeah.
is really crucial, especially turn 2. That one is really crucial going up that hill. But I overtake should be really good here. I mean, the first DRS turn, if you have a great exit out of turn 3, will give quite a few opportunities to overtake a few cars there.
Yeah, it certainly would. Yeah, it's a very interesting track if you get your setup wrong. I believe I probably didn't have the right setup when I raced. Obviously had a lot of moments on track, just car wasn't liking it. Yes, I did put in a fast lap in qualifying, but we all know one lap doesn't make a race. So it's a very interesting track as we move forward. We've got Tokid who's on an outlap on Inter, so I hope he does not complete that lap and he just warms up the car and goes straight back in the pits. Otherwise,
Oh, he's
we
on Inters. Oh,
may be in
interesting.
trouble.
Interesting strategy, to say the least.
That is a Ferrari strat if I've ever seen one.
Yeah.
He was on a dry track in the middle of the desert. I mean, that is probably the most token Ferrari strat I have ever witnessed, and it's not even. It's the wrong Italian car. But
Yeah.
yeah,
That's plan
it is
B, I think.
yeah,
Yep.
it is a it's
And
against
Edge
the
is
rules here
retired.
in Rush. Oh, that's
He's
unfortunate.
got a quali ban, I believe. So he's done the right thing. He's done his lap and he retired in the pits.
That's fair.
Yeah, certainly does. So I think we had two full-time drivers with a quali ban. That's Edge and Peanut. Unfortunately, one of the drivers who was meant to reserve tonight did not show up. He does have a qualifying ban, and also one of the other reserves in as well does have a quali ban. But there should only be two people out of this qualifying session. So that means that only two people will actually miss out altogether, as we only have 19 on the grid.
Right. So he's going to have to serve that since he's not here in Australia. Is that correct? He's quali ban.
Yeah, and Tokid has, it looks like he's impeded heavily on Ski, as Ski runs a 127.597 and on those inters as well. So that will be investigated after the race. I'm sure that Ski will probably
He's
put that
still
in.
going.
Yeah, so I hope he doesn't set this lap. Otherwise, I believe it is a DSQ if I'm not mistaken.
I think so, mate. I think it's a straight away a DSQ. If he does not, if he finishes this lap, it will be a DSQ. But he's trying to set a lap. He's using his
Yeah,
ERS here.
yep, he definitely is. So I'll just stay on board with him and see what he does right to the end of this lap. Unfortunately, as I said, there probably will be a investigation after the race. If not,
But we will have to get him into comms and ask him because maybe his engineer told him it's going to be raining in the next 35 seconds or so.
yeah,
Possibly. I
that and
mean,
the blue sky tells me otherwise.
And being in the desert.
Yes,
I mean,
that too.
it rained in Bahrain for preseason testing.
Oh, he had
in
a
F1,
massive
so
snap.
rain does happen in the desert, although it's pretty rare. So I mean, maybe, but I'm pretty sure the VCarb team principal is
And now he's
probably having a few
impeding.
questions
He's
himself.
impeding heavily on
Oh.
J-Man. So, yeah, unfortunately, this is not. And
Oh,
he's
he's
got.
finishing
He's
the
going to
lap,
set it.
and he's impeding, and he's finishing the
Yeah.
lap.
So
Oh no,
it's
my
going to be
friend.
a slam dunk DSQ for
Yep.
Tokid.
Oh, did he impede J-Man? Did he?
I
He
think
did,
that
I
was
think.
the Haas behind him.
The Haas. Yeah, he
Yeah.
will be spewing.
Yeah. So that will be under investigation as well.
Oh, and these tires, yeah, they really hurt after one lap. The percentage is ridiculous after 2 laps. So if someone impedes you, that means that one set of softs is in the bin, pretty much.
Yeah, especially since we switched to a full quali for the season. It's a bit different when you do like a short quali, when you have that singular qualifying session where you really can afford to kind of burn those soft tires. But now that we've switched to full quali outside of the 100% races, yeah, having all the soft tires kind of spaced out and marginalized for each different qualifying session for Q1 and ideally Q2 and Q3. Yeah, that's pretty devastating there for the Haas driver, J-Man.
Oh yeah,
Um,
he's definitely gonna hurt his first quali. He's not happy. He just tried to go very close to Tokin to let him know that he's not happy about this. Is someone gonna let him know in the chat what's going on? He sees TP at all here, or maybe the div manager or someone let him know what's the go.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he is a reserve. So I don't know if he's getting engineered or not. So hopefully he does come into the box. But yeah, unfortunately he has set the lap on inters, which by the rules means that you are now disqualified. But it looks like he's gonna go around
Go
again.
again.
So
Yeah, it's not only disqualified. That's a quali ban next time he races because he's impeded J-Man twice. I think he's impeded J-Man and someone else.
yeah, so that's 2 people in. But there's another a big thing as well. So we've got Peanut. He's on his out lap, so he'll just be putting his setup on. He has a quali ban, so he's one of the drivers that does have the quali ban, and so does Edge. Yeah, unfortunately, as we said, we have seen the 2 impedes in Ski and J-Man, which is not really a good look.
Oh, and Ski just flew over that chicane. Jeez.
So he's
I hope he
into
didn't get any underbody damage. He pretty much launched over it. He's on his hot lap as well, I believe. That would have cost him
Yeah,
some
that's
serious
invalid.
time.
Yeah, so that's my other question is I hope he's not doing this on purpose to destroy the race. If I do see it, I'll instantly be calling a red flag. So we'll just have to wait and see at this point. But yeah, unfortunately, it's not a good look, and that's already 2 different quali bans that he'll get plus a DSQ from this race. So yeah, it's just unfortunately one of those things we can't really stop from happening.
Yeah, especially because we don't have contact with him at all, unless we call him. Because if he gets out of Q1, we could definitely send him a message to call him into the comments box to have an interview with him to see what the go is. So that's one way to let him know, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, typically when you join a league, the first thing, at least in my mind, the first thing I would do is just make sure
So I'm
read the rules because each
I'm
rule.
going to actually call it because I've heard more things. So we're going to go to a red flag, and he's going to be out of this race. So bear with us, guys. We'll be back.
All right. Yeah.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Apologies about that. Unfortunately, one driver decided to break every rule in the rule book possible, and me being the Div 6 manager was not taking any of it. So he unfortunately will not be joining us tonight on the grid, but we are back. We've got a short qualifying now. Unfortunately, due to the red flag in Q1, it does downgrade to a short qualifying, which there'll still be the Edge and Fish Lips, Edge and Peanuts, who have to serve their quali bands. But other than that, we're back to the qualifying. Ruckus and Panic.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty unfortunate to see that V-carb breaking every rule under the sun, like you mentioned. But we are back. We're back for. It's gonna be a spicy qualifying though. Now that the qualifying is now shortened to just one 15-minute or one like a 17-minute session, and also the drivers that did get impeded, like J-Man and Ski, and maybe others, they will have all their new tires pretty much back ready to go, back 100%. So the impeding won't really affect them now because we got a brand new session, and I'm expecting a really intense qualifying, especially during the last few minutes, like we've seen here throughout the week.
Yeah, I think the strategy will be the call here, because they're all going to have 3 sets of tires to put their fastest lap on. So who can risk it to go out the last on track? So maybe they hopefully they got the nerves back in track because they waited for quite a bit to get back on track. Hopefully we see some good qualifying times.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see who puts it on pole. Obviously, with the likes of Edge having the quali ban as well as Peanuts, they're both pretty quick drivers. It's pretty much now reliant, in my opinion, on potentially White Wolf or Thunderballs going P1. Even Sick Party came from P14 last week, and unfortunately,
Ooh.
Ski has crashed in the pit lane and has been disqualified. So he is back to dead last. So that was
Oh, he
actually
got impeded.
Huh.
He got impeded before red flag, and now he got DSQ'd. That's not a good start for him.
On my screen, he's actually just like his AI is just driving on track super slowly. That's a interesting issue.
yeah.
It
So
says he's
I
DSP, but
think he's
his AI
spun in that
He's pulled
tunnel.
off.
I think he spun in that
maybe.
tunnel underneath, and that's what's DSQ'd him. I'm pretty sure he had a similar fate last week as Edge retires and Peanut retired. Yep, so that's double qualifying ban there. It's unfortunate, but yeah, unfortunately this game doesn't really allow you much freedom in the space of if you have a moment, especially in that tunnel area, you can't really adjust your car before getting disqualified.
Yeah, it's weird what this game can and can't allow. Actually, earlier today, I saw some people on a different track. It was Qatar, but I saw people overtaking in the pit lane and not getting penalized for it. But you have the slightest spin here, and then you get disqualified. So, yeah, this game does have its moments of giving out some of the weirdest
Inconsistency.
penalties known to man.
Yeah, it's a bit inconsistent, isn't it?
Yeah, you can say that again.
Yeah,
And
And
so
it's
Jamin,
really weird.
J-Man
we could
goes
see
pole.
Jamin on pole. We could see Jamin on pole here. We know that he's pretty quick. So Jamin, Thunderballs, they're all pretty quick. So I think we'll have Sick Party as well. China all got possibilities to be on pole here.
Yeah, you've also got the double kick Saubers. They were giving each other a tow, so it'd be interesting to see what times they run. And as I'm on board with Quick Silver Deck, so he reserved up last. Oh my god, he's just destroyed his wing. He just went straight on and destroyed that wing, so he'll be coming back around and pitting. Luckily, it's
That's
a
unfortunate.
qualifying and not a actual race. But we'll go on board with the Kick Saubers, so China will be the lead car. So we've seen a lot of pace from the Kick Saubers in this division,
Yes, definitely.
especially China. So we've had a lot of different winners as well, from the
I
likes
think
of
every week. I
yeah,
think every week we have a different winner.
yeah, pretty well. I'll just triple check that because I'll make sure we haven't had
I
a
think
double.
Thunder. I think Thunderballs is the only one that has won it twice. Everyone else is different winner every week.
Yeah, I mean, Div 6 is the newest division we have here, Rush. And I remember I commentated the first race for it, and there was so much competition up and down the field here in Division 6. Division 6 is the newest division, but they have shown excellent competition,
Sick
excellent
party.
racing, just like the rest of the divisions here at Rush.
And Lord has not. He's finished his lap and he hasn't gone in the pits, even though he's got a broken. The side plate, what's got broken there?
It was oh, was it? No, it's
No, it
Quicksilver
wasn't a
deck.
kick.
No,
It
it
was
was
Quicksilver.
yep, Aston. He's coming in the pits now. So
Yeah, yep.
yeah, Lord Blitz went to get the toe, but I think he had a big moment in sector one. So his teammates just continued on. But we are getting some really quick times in this division. A lot of 23s. Obviously, it is short qualifying, so pretty well similar to your likes of Q3 times. So 123s is probably the aim for the top step. So we see Sick Party has absolutely blitzed the field by .2. Can we see anyone beat him?
And they're all very close together. Look at that 23 9, 8, 27, 26, 26, 23 5, 23 3. They are so bunched up together.
Yeah, I mean, I think this qualifying is gonna come down to like the last, I would say probably 2 minutes, as it usually does here. That track's gonna be really rubbered in. It's gonna be really fast, and these drivers are gonna be raring to go.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And yes, SJ, Iraq Lobster is not here today. He has no power, unfortunately, from the cyclone that hit up at Queensland. Unfortunately, he has no power to race, which obviously all our thoughts are with him and his family. And yeah, it's we've had, as we were saying before, there has been multiple different winners. The only one who has won twice is in fact Thunderbolts. So congratulations to him so far. But the other winners have been Edge in the Mercedes, you've got Datura in the Aston, you've got David in the Red Bull, White Wolf in the Visa Cash App, and Sick Party coming off fresh off of a win and putting it pretty much pole for now. So can anyone topple the top step?
That's a very good question, honestly. Like you said, the Salvers have had some pretty solid pace, so maybe China might be able to do it, or maybe Lord Blitz can maybe rocket up the order. It's gonna be really intriguing to see how this qualifying plays out. There are some spots you can get some really good toes, in particular the two DRS zones in Sector 2. I think it's, I mean, the chicane with turn 6 and 7 is the real make or break spot on this track. If you take it too deep, then you're 9 times out of 10 going to get invalidated for track limits. But yeah, I mean, it's really going to come down to run plans and if you get a toe from your teammate, possibly.
I
Yeah,
think also that turn 3, that hairpin before the first DRS zone, I think that one's very important as well to take. To get a great exit out of that one for the long straight.
Indeed.
Yeah, that's 100% right. You have to get it picture perfect as well as that chicane straight after that long straight. I know I hit the curb during Q1 and I flew over the curb. I pretty much would have jumped any car that was underneath me. It is a very, very dangerous curb, so got to keep an eye on that. And I hope that we can keep it clean and tidy tonight. It has been a very clean division ever since round one and ever since pre-season, so it's been really good to watch and commentate. So hopefully they can keep the same standards and show every other division up.
Indeed.
Here we got on the lap here.
I'm on board with World
White
Eater
Wolf.
at the moment.
I've got White Wolf and Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts starting his White Wolf's on hot lap.
Yeah, so I'll stay on board with World Eater. World Eater's just invalidated, so that's alright. We'll go back on board with White Wolf. He's done a purple sector 2. So can he topple the top step here of Sig Party? He is looking to improve. On my screen, it was only showing he was only up by about a 10th. So wait and see if he can improve this last sector. This is where it makes or breaks your car. You can take it super wide and invalidate really, really easy. Or you could do what I did and spin on this last corner and hit the wall. As he doesn't, he comes around. It will be a 23.460, so unable to pip Sick
Boom.
Party. But we still have 8 minutes left of this qualifying, so anything can happen, boys. Thunderbolt has
Indeed. Yeah, that
very
was
close.
invalidated, so he's
yeah,
coming in
that
the
was a great lap.
box. We'll stay on board with Chevy Wolves now. I'll let you run through this lap, Panic, as you are the teammate.
Oh, Mr. Chevy. All comes on the first corner. He burns up this hill. Now, It's turn 3, as I said, he has to take this nice. You have a good X out of this one to carry as much speed as possible. He's only up by, oh, not even by half a tenth. But this corner here, he needs to have a great exit. It just depends who burns how much here, you know, how much you burn here to have for the second DRS zone. So he's down to 40% now, 35. And come to the chicane. Takes it nice and neat around there. Not bad exit. I think I lost a bit of time. Opens up the DRS. Goes down this on this final straight. He's got 20% ERS, which is more than enough to bring him over the line. Back at 5th gear. Straight on the power. He's nearly full throttle. Takes it nicely. Burns to gain some more speed. Now this the corner. Nicely done. These two left-handers, as you said, is make or break it for this lap. Very neatly done. I don't know if it's improved much, but he's quite a good lap from him. Come through the final corner. Let's see what Mr. Chevy can put.
It's P6.
4 tenths improved. So that second and third sector, he smashed out the park. The first one he struggled in, I think. It's the first corner. I think they lost most of the time.
Yeah, that's where we see a
Q1.
lot of the time loss. If you don't take turn
Turn
one
one,
correct, you are unfortunately in the bin for the rest of the lap. As Faded does improve, he goes up to the 23.9, so it's really good to see this grid starting to close in on each other.
I think it's that turn 1. If you ever break yourself, you don't carry as much speed coming up that hill, and that's what hurts you the most.
Yeah, so
Yeah, indeed.
we have China on a lap right behind Lord Blitz, who was on a hot lap, but he is flash.
Oh, he's
Oh,
impeded. He's
who?
impeded Thunderbolts.
Yeah, so that's made.
China's impeded Thunderbolts, and he was on a
No,
hot
no,
lap.
no.
Jeez.
it was. Was it Thunderballs or was it Lord Blitz? I think it was Lord
Lord
Blitz.
Blitz, Lord Blitz,
Yeah.
and Thunderbolts. Yeah, he came back on track, right in front of Thunderbolts.
Yeah, so that will be
He
investigated
was not
after the
aware.
race. Yeah. Yeah, it's good. It's a tricky one because you have to be very aware of where the dots are on the track, and unfortunately they do come up pretty quickly, especially if you are either not on a lap or you're not going as fast. He looked to be on a lap, but he definitely pulled off because his fuel light was flashing red, so he would not have made it around to complete that lap. But J-Man is on a lap, so is China. So we'll stay on board China, see if he can improve first. Got yellows, that would just be a run out of fuel situation, so we'll be looking to box for him. I'd be saying, yep, he certainly comes into the pits. So China coming around the last couple of turns, can he put it up to pole, or if not, very close to pole? It'll be the 23s, it'll be 23, 397,
Whoa.
almost pole.
Yeah, just
10,000 of a
just
second.
off there. Yeah,
Very,
10,000
was
seconds.
very
really
good lap.
close.
But unfortunately, we did see the impede from the Lord Blitz to Thunderballs. So hopefully, Thunderballs has another set of tires that he can run right at the end. And we
Yeah,
may
because
see
if he
him.
doesn't, that's gonna definitely hurt him for the race.
I'm seeing in chat that apparently he was already invalidated that lap before the impeding even happened. So I think he
Oh
might
yeah, he
get away with
validated.
it.
No, he definitely did. He was in front of his teammate, and then he went off track. He nearly pitted his own teammate, and then once his teammate passed, he came back on track and right in front of Thunderbolts.
No,
Yeah.
Thunderballs was the one who invalidated already at turn 1. That's what from what I'm
Oh,
seeing in
okay.
chat.
So yeah,
I'm seeing that.
Marzi's confirmed it. Yeah, the McLaren actually invalidated just before he got impeded, which is lucky. So that probably will
right,
go down
okay.
to nothing in the end. But
Oh,
it still
fair enough,
throws
yeah.
caution though. You need to still be aware of just in case someone is on a lap because we do not want to see someone's lap ruined.
Or
by
crash
an
out,
impede
mate.
Or
Or
crash out.
DNF in
Yep.
someone.
Yep.
Or do what you did, Dynasty, and turn your F1 car to a rally car.
Yes. But it's looking
So no incident.
looking much clearer skies here in the qualifying and potentially the race for for Div 6 as compared to Div 5, as Quicksilver goes super wide.
You
on
sure? We
last
could have Inter's weather.
Yeah, I can see a little cloud over there in the distance. That's probably as far as she goes. But
I mean, I did see a race earlier today where it was raining in Qatar. So I guess rain in the desert is just the theme of this entire week.
yeah, so we've got Woofer finishing off his lap. This potentially could be his last one. He goes 24.012, pushes up to P10. So both Alpines, P10 and P11 in a Red Bull sandwich with a P9 and P12 for the Red Bulls. So are we going to see an improvement from the likes of Fish Lips, Faded Menace, Chevy Wolves, Thunderbulls, J-Man, White Wolf and China to be able to pip Sick Party on the line? Or can Sick Party go even quicker to
Well,
potentially...
they need to get out the pits, mate. It's about to hit 2 minutes, so they need to get out the pits now.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
they want to set a time.
Yeah, the longer you hold it, you got potential to not make the lap because you, one,
Correct.
have to get out
Too
the
many
way
cars
of...
on track.
Exactly, you have to get out the way of other cars doing their lap, which does hold you up a fair bit. So we see the McLaren going, is it too late though? It's only a minute 40 left, and you've got other people coming around on their lap, so this is going to be very, very interesting.
Tight.
Yeah, they should. I think they've
should be
timed
alright.
it to perfection, but you'd be absolutely pushing the car. Albeit, they actually need to get a wriggle on without battery usage. So
Well, they
it's
could
gonna
go on medium and then just chuck it to 9 coming to sector 3. So you will still have full battery. If you chuck it on medium and just smash it down to sector 3 and then go to 9 to sector 3, you'll only use about 10 or 50% of your battery, which you will gain within 2 corners.
Yep. Yep. The issue will be is if any car can catch them on track, because then they'll have to let them pass.
No,
So the
they're
only
very...
one is the White Wolf, I think, who can potentially get them by sector 3 if they do decide to slow up a little bit from each other. Fish Lips invalidates. He was on a flyer,
Ooh.
so he is out of his time. Paul and Hell goes around him. The Kick Sauber of China is starting his lap, so White Wolf will stay on board with, as he'll be the first one now to finish the lap. Unfortunately, with Fish Lips invalidating. So just for reference, the McLarens will make it around. They've got about 20 seconds to reach the line, and they're pretty close right now. So this will be it for everyone. So as soon as we'll see who
cutting
can...
it close, mate. 10 seconds to go.
Who can beat Sick Party? As there we go, White Wolf has called it a day. Unfortunately, with the invalidation in the last corner, we've got both of the Alpines. Sorry, Williams right behind each other. So Sick Party, does he go even better? He will not go better. Does Faded Menace? Faded Menace is up on his time, but he lost it in sector 2. So now it's the Aston of Quicksilver. He is invalidated. So now it's Woofer and World Eater. Woofer invalidates. So everyone is invalidating on that sector 3 corner. That is a nightmare of a thing. World Eater goes a 123.6. J-Man is in a train with the Red Bulls with a Kick Sauber. They are getting a massive tow here, but has that impeded his lap time per se? They're all on a lap, but could have cost him a lot of time. He runs a 123.6, which is not enough. Can China's now coming around. He is not improving. He needs to just find that little bit of time in this last corner. He gets the power down. Is it enough? It is not enough. He goes the same time. Fish
by
Lips is now
0.002 of a second. That is so close.
Chevy Wolves and Thunderbulls coming around the last corner. Can they do it? Thunderbulls. Chevy Wolves does it. Thunderbulls goes P2.
P2. Woo! For the McLaren.
What a lap from Chevy Wolves. The man.
Mate, I've watched the Thunder and it was only a 10th up in sector 1 come to sector 2. He gained all the time in sector 3. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, those DRS zones are definitely going to help you out. I mean, you were towing with your teammate there, so excellent 1-2 for a front row lockout for McLaren. That is
tied it to perfection. I think that was very close.
Now this is a driver who's been laying dormant, in my opinion, who's got more pace and he's been showing, unfortunately due to incidents on track. So I would love to see where he can take this qualifying spot in the main race, because it will be very interesting to see if we have a different winner again.
Who are you talking about?
Chevy Wolves.
Yeah, he's got some pace. He's been very unlucky for the but especially last probably 3-4 rounds. He's been very unlucky. Being probably qualifying mid pack and then getting into incidents. I think at the DNF class race, I believe, or the race before.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
he's been very unlucky. Just couldn't catch a break, and hopefully this will be a much better race for him tonight. He takes pole position.
yeah, and that is the other question, Josh. Have they got the race pace though? As I said, like it all depends. You can chuck out one lap. It's easy to do that, but unfortunately, it's not that easy to put a whole. I think it's 29 laps here, if I'm not
Hmm.
mistaken.
Yeah,
Yes,
it is.
correct.
And the strategy is the big key here.
Strategy, mate.
This
Yeah,
is
the
the big
tire wear.
thing. And if you box too late, it's in my opinion you're in the bin. Such a hard track to one make the overtakes, but two make the time up because you are going to be pretty well on the same compound tires as the guy in front by the end of it, if you don't
Yeah, and
choose the
it's
alternate strat.
correct. And
Yeah.
if you pit too early, then you're gonna suffer at the end. So you need to really nail it on this track because of the tire degradation.
Another thing too I would like to note is that this is actually working out really well for McLaren in the constructors for both Div 6, but also the overalls, because we're going to those 5 red lights coming up on your screen. Front row lockout for McLaren, and it's going to be lights out, and away we go. A jump start there for Quicksilver as he jumps to start. That's a drive-through penalty for the Aston Martin. The two McLarens go side by side through turn 1. It is looking masterful there from the two. Thunderbolts has jumped his teammate for the lead. And so far, no incidents going through turn 1. That's exactly what you like to see. The Williams of Sick Party thinking about making a move. Not really a move that you would make in this turn, but so far, a
Oh, there's
break.
a
But
crash.
they
There's a
started to
crash.
Oh,
that.
There's a crash.
As soon
pile
as I
up.
said that, there's a
Whew.
spin there from an Alpine and a lot of contact.
Yeah.
No safety car, no VC, which is good.
And they all got going straight away, but I'm seeing there's about 4 wide down here, so I'm hoping they all... Oh
Woo!
no, that's on a straight. Aston Martin needs to
Oof.
pull up. Does he stop in
Yeah, that's
time? He
Quicksilver.
does.
Oh, jeez.
He's lost his whole wing, so he's got that drive through and a no wing situation, so he'll be having a box. You've got Edge
There's
on the
ping pong going on
hards,
with Coop.
who's dropped a couple spots.
I think World Eater got
A lot of
he got pinball between two cars. He just went left, right. I'm surprised there's no DNF.
Yeah, but we're seeing the gap now form. So Peanut is currently 1.1 seconds behind 10th. So this DRS is a big thing here. We're seeing gaps between 7th and 8th in the top 6. So currently as it stands, the McLaren's in a really good spot compared to the Mercedes. Obviously that constructors battle is a huge thing here, but also the battle between Edge and Thunderballs and Datura, who unfortunately isn't here tonight. And also J-Man,
Ooh!
as we are seeing.
Sorry to interrupt, but there was a big contact there between, I think, Peanut and Wolf, causing Wolf to slide a little bit there in the Alpine. He's lost a few positions himself.
Yes.
It's good to see that the Mercedes, they both came unscathed in those incidents, to be honest. They both got their wing plates and they both came unscathed with those collisions, which is good.
Yeah, but they've chosen the hard tyre first, so they have to go the long distance, which I don't think is correct. I know you're starting at the back, but you are hoping there's either a late safety car or, unfortunately, the undercut here is that powerful that your race could be in the bin before you even start. So we have a massive battle at the front here. There is change positions. So Chevy has gone back up to P1, so he'll be looking to try and drag his teammate away from this pack, but this pack isn't going to give up that easy. It's now become a 7-horse race with Fader Menace falling back into the DRS.
Yeah, you don't want to lose DRS here. Once you lose it, it's very, very hard to gain back into that position. But I believe you were right. They should have started with the softer compound to try to move through that grid instead of being on those hards. Try to push as much as possible forward. You need the softer compound.
Yeah. So obviously the prediction is that they are thinking there's going to be a safety car, whether it's a bit later on when everyone maybe boxes. Which, yes, it can work out, but if that safety car comes out at, say, lap 13 when everyone is boxing, you aren't going the extra couple of laps for those medium tyres because
Oh, Peanut today with that wheel bumping, that was very close. My, they're having some battle there. The two Ferraris and the Red Bull.
yep, and Peanut makes a move back on David. So Fish Lips looks to be thinking about a move but pulls out of it, thinks better of it.
That was so close.
So you got Paul and Hell followed right behind, and as I said, Edge with those hards, it's not the best tyre to be on, and you just lose so much time early to the mediums in front. So
It's hard to catch up when you lose
China
the race, as we said.
has taken P2. They're holding their line, but no, Chevy Wolf says no, you do not. Closes the door on him. But this battle will get heated.
Yeah, Chevy shut the door right on China, like he did not want any Girl Scout cookies or to lose his position, so he'll keep P2. And it's been a pretty good showing here from the McLarens in the opening stages.
Yeah, if China keeps attacking Chevy, I think that's going to give Thunder the upper hand to run away with the DRS.
David's already in the box, so he might have damage here.
I think with the contact with the Ferraris.
Yeah,
yep,
he's missing an end plate.
Yep. His right end plate's missing, so he'll get that fixed, unfortunately. Coupon sticks as well, potentially changing his wing. We'll just wait and see.
Yep. Oh, he's missing both end plates.
Yep, so he was obviously involved in that early collision. But yeah, it's an unfortunate thing, but at least they can now go all the way to the end without having to pit.
Indeed, yeah, it's yeah, I mean the pit lane here is one of the most unique pit lanes on the track, but I mean obviously you don't want to pit at this stage of the race. I mean the media or the hards might be able to go all the way to the end, but they are going to be on the struggle bus for certain. But obviously, and I mean I know Quicksilver's really got the worst of it. He had no front wing and a drive through the serve because of a jump start. So I know, and he's already off track again on the exit of turn 1, and he is just this has not been his race here today in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, it hasn't, unfortunately. But yeah, it's still all up in the air. Obviously, the front runners have created a 3.7-second gap to the Ferraris. We have seen the Ferraris this season battle each other, which isn't the best of strategies. Which does hurt and impact their race quite a bit. I think they've got a lot of pace on them to be able to push up, but unfortunately due to battling too hard, that's where they lose out. And unfortunately, as we see here, they're currently 4.1 behind P7 and above. And Chevy Wolf, as I just speak, has lost DRS to his teammate.
Yeah, he's going to be able to look at the pressure on him now.
He'll probably get doubled here. I think
so.
May make the move, may think better of it. No, he doesn't. He peels back in. But they're back in DRS of Thunderbolts, so this is just going to be, I think, a matter of just changing and swapping positions till they need to actually get a wriggle
strategy. I think up till pit lane strategy will be key here. Oh, and we got Edge with a 3-second penalty as well now. Yeah. I don't know which the reason was, but where the Aston Martins took each other out with 1 or 2 laps to go. I don't know what division that was, but the two Aston Martins, the two teammates battled, and they actually gave each other wing damage, and they lost 6 seconds to them. I can't believe, can't put my finger on it, what division it was, but they lost 6 seconds within 5 laps. So if the teammates battle, it could definitely cost the whole team.
Indeed. Yeah. I mean, we even saw that, and we saw that in like the first inaugural round of Division 6 in Monza with these two Ferraris. I mean, they're battling each other, like, as you guys were talking earlier. I mean, the two are right next to eeach other, but because of the battle and Fish Lips having to go very wide on, I believe it was the hairpin going into Sector 3, he's lost about 5 positions based off of that incident alone. So there's definitely a lot of competition between these two Ferraris, but I think it's just too much for the overall team game for Division 6.
I think we're going to see China overtake Thunder here.
Yeah, he's thinking about it, but he thinks better. Oh, there's been... there might be some trouble there. There was obviously one on the outside, one on the inside. Yeah, so he's taking out the boards.
Was J-Man sick party?
No, I think it was Chevy and J-Man. It looked like Chevy and J-Man, but I could be wrong. I have noted it, so it is fine. I'll go back and relook at it. But Yeah, unfortunately, it hasn't cost them much time though. Just cost a couple positions, but I mean they're still together on track as J-Man and Sick Party going side by side, battling into sector
White
3,
Wolf.
and Sick Party makes the move, gets it done. They need to not battle though, because yep, there you go, the
Lost
1
the rest.
second gap. That's
I've got a question though. Who's gonna pay for the board they destroyed? Which constructor's gonna pay for that board, mate?
I think whichever one's the one in trouble. But no,
Indeed, yeah. I mean,
it's not a good thing because they have lost the DRS to Chevy Wolves, and Chevy Wolves can just continue on with the most battery. Well,
Yeah,
actually, in front of
if they don't burn now if Sick Party doesn't burn to Chevy Wolves, it might be just a 3-horse race here to the end.
he's only got 10%, so he will not be getting there.
Oh.
The only thing would be J-Man would have to burn everything to slingshot and hope the front.
And he's got 80%.
Yeah.
He's got 80%.
So
it's possible for J-Man to get back in, to
Yeah.
bring it all back in.
That gap is 1.6 at the moment though, so he needs to hope that this can get him into the drop zone. White Wolf makes the move as well.
That's a dive.
It looks like
That's
he
a
gets
dive
it
there from
done.
White Wolf.
Oh, he spun!
He's
in the
into
wall!
the wall.
He cannot come back on track. He needs to
Oh.
stay.
Oh,
Don't
such a good
come
overtake
on.
too.
Oh, he's got some serious damage.
Yep,
He's
so
doing a
he
3-point
spun
turn.
all the way to the back. Now he can come back on. Just watch out for the kick Sauer who's coming around. Perfect, he's come back on. Brilliant. That's what we want to see. So we don't want to see someone reversing onto the racing line and absolutely killing multiple other drivers. So surprised that didn't bring out a virtual or even a safety car then, but
Yeah, especially the first pile up there. There was a lot of wings on the road. There was no safety or virtual, which is weird. And this game sometimes gives us weird feedback from race to race.
China has dropped Thunderballs. Can Thunderballs catch him back up? They're both sitting around similar batteries, so they have caught the gap. It's hovering. It's hovering around a second. I think with the slipstream of both McLarens, they can work together though to catch that.
Yeah.
But the likes of J-Man, Sick Party, Fade, and Menace, I think Sick Party should back off a little bit and work with his teammate to try and catch J-Man. But
he's lost DRS by a thousandth of a second. He lost to China, the DRS.
Oh.
the China's
But
trying
they
to
need
run
to-
away with it.
Yeah, they need to work together, the McLarens, to get back into DRS, which is possible if they work together. China does have DRS, so they can work together definitely to catch up on him. But if they don't do it right, J-Man will catch him. They need to work together, otherwise they will bring J-Man right into this mix.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And with all this battling, Rekus, the Mercedes have actually capitalized a little bit. Obviously, Edge with the pen, but Ski with that DSQ early, he's up to P9 and obviously going the long distance. So he's hoping for everyone to keep battling as Peanut and Paul and Hell are battling in front of him.
Indeed, yeah. I actually had that statistic pulled up. Funny enough, the two drivers that had quality bands are both up 9 positions each. So Peanut, Ski, both up 9 positions, possibly even more for Ski. I mean, yeah, this has definitely been a really good recovery drive for the Mercedes. Both of them started at the very back of the grid. Obviously, we had the DSQ from Ski, and then Ed started in P16 with that quali band just ahead of Peanut. But yeah, these two drivers have really called it back up. But actually, now they're up several more positions as J-Man has called it into the pits. He has made another pit stop. He is going on the hard tire. He might be trying to go to the end on this tire.
Oh, he
That's
will.
a possibility.
He will be. And
He will be. I think he's trying to do a big undercut.
Yeah. He's going to
And
try to
that
do
might
that
have worked to
undercut.
perfection.
It will work. He will cut off a lot of time to the leaders, but now will the leaders react to this? I don't think you have to jump at shadows just yet. I think the 1, 2, and 3, they've got probably a lap or two in them before it starts to be a bit more how you're going. But you are going 21 laps on those hards. They will be pretty shot at the end, but I mean, the hards are as quick as each other anyway, so it's going to be very interesting right at the end, I think.
Yeah, it's just where you get out in the, like where do you get out? So J-Man has gone out and he's got free clean air. He will definitely gain a lot of time because he's got clean air 6 seconds ahead of him. China involves Thunder.
Oh, speaking of
China gets a
China,
3 second.
that is the pit lane.
The curb, pit lane curb.
And as far as I'm aware, if he has touched that curb, you will not be getting it removed, as it has
No.
been a thing of the past and now that any contact with that curb, it is known. It unfortunately it is an off the track warning and a pen. So yeah, it's unfortunate, but it
There's a
won't.
few drivers reacted to this.
Yeah. I think China doing the undercut is going to be helping him in with the McLaren battle, but this pretty much hands it into the McLaren's
Ooh.
hands as we see Lord Blitz, the other kick Sauber, gets a 10-second for speeding in the pit lane.
Yeah,
That's
he might,
unfortunate.
but he's going to be under pressure now from Sick Party China. So if he battles Sick Party, this could cost him time.
And
You know,
the other
especially
thing
he's
to
got the
note,
3 seconds.
J-Man jumped China,
Yeah,
and China was the leader.
yeah. So that undercut works. I think I calculate roughly around 2 to 2.5 seconds you gain
A
on
lap,
the
I think,
undercut.
yeah.
If you have clean air, battling. If you put two great outlaps, you could definitely gain 2 seconds on the guys ahead.
Yeah, so as we see, the gap to leader, as I've got it on, is got at 18.6. One of the McLarens is in, that's Thunderballs. But J-Man will be our effective leader. Faded Menace picks up a 3 second. Obviously, the pit lane thing again. And we see Paul and Hell has pit. So both of the Mercedes looks like they're continuing on for their laps, obviously on those hard tyres. J-Man,
Thunder's called it.
yeah, Thunder has called it. So he's coming out the box now, down and under the bridge. J-Man has got that done. I think he'll come out just behind Sick Party in China, potentially. It's going to be close. They're cutting it right to the line, and Thunderballs does come out just in front of Sick Party in China. But it's a
Yep.
3 second gap to J-Man. So has this cost Thunder the win, or can J-Man hold on? It's pretty much now a battle to the end, seeing if the undercut is the strongest thing here. It's going to be very
It
interesting.
is, but you have to understand he's going to have 2 lap order tires when we come towards the end of the race. So those tires going to be, when they start hurting, they're going to hurt real quick, real bad. And Chevy, unfortunately, has to do another lap, otherwise they would double stack in the pit.
Yes.
So
Another thing worth noting is Chevy is missing an end plate. He's missing his front left. So that could
no.
really hamper his time here up at the front. So we'll have to see how that affects his race. He's going to call it into the pits now.
He does
But
too,
the two
yes.
Mercedes are now come up, and both Mercedes have 3 second penalties for track limits apiece. I mean, it's been a pretty decent recovery drive for Mercedes, but can they keep it is the thing. That 3 second penalty is really going to bite you, especially with the field as close as it is here today. I mean, still better than, finishing where you guys started for Mercedes.
100%, yeah.
Correct.
As Quicksilvers,
The other
just
thing
get
is
worse and worse.
the other thing is Chevy didn't repair that wing at all, and the other problem would lie if J-Man can just keep away from this pack, and they start to battle, that would be very good for J-Man. That's what he would want to happen right now. If China, Sick Party, and I don't think Chevy will battle, obviously being that he's trying to help the Thunderballs to catch the leader. But if Sick Party thinks, you know what, I'm gonna try and just hold P2,
Yeah.
yeah.
They need to work together. Those three need to work together. Otherwise, J-Man will definitely run away with this. I know he's going to have all the tires, but if he has a big enough gap, it will be very difficult for them to catch. So I think they should work together, them three, instead of battling. But it looks like they are, the Sick Party and Thunder are working together. It's just, what does China have to say about all this,
Yeah. I think it's interesting though, because there is working together, yes, but if you pick the wrong spot to overtake, it does cost you a little bit of time.
Yep.
And you want the car in front, you want the highest wings for this sector 3. You want them to be gaining that time through that for that sector on the car in front, as J-Man has caught the back of Edge, so he'll be getting a massive tow plus the DRS, and probably just
That's DRS,
a
yep.
handover on the straight, because he is on older tyres, so I wouldn't expect Edge to be holding him up as much. as his battle's probably not with him today, unfortunately, being that quali ban. So
Yeah, if I was Edge, especially coming to constructors points and
so he
championship points,
moves
I
out
would
the way.
not. Yeah, I would not battle Jam, and I would just let take because
Yep.
your battle's not with him, and you
Try to just
can't.
maybe get on the back of him and pull you along for a bit
Yeah,
and try to gain on the likes of maybe P10 and 11. At the moment, they'll come out at about 13th, I think, just from a rough calculation. If I go to leader, yeah, roughly about the 12-13 because it is a 20-second loss here.
Chevy's starting to lose a bit of time. I think that wing is starting to cost him now. I think while the China, Thunder, and Sick Party, their tires are warming up now. I think Chevy's going to struggle with the wing damage.
Thunderballs just picked up a 3-second as well.
Oh no!
So this could also come down to who doesn't have a penalty. So
Yeah.
J-Man and Sick Party do not have any. All the rest in the top 6 do. Chevy doesn't, but I think it does come down to one, the wing, but two, also the DRS. Being out of that DRS, you do lose a lot of time here because you have two separate zones and they are very quick zones.
Indeed, yeah. I mean, the DRS is just super strong on this track. I mean, you got two massive straights going into some tricky corners, but overall, it's very straight. As we see a little bit of a fight here between Ski and J-Man. This is for the on-track lead. Obviously, Ski still has to make a pit stop, and he's also got the 3-second penalty.
Yep.
So we'll see if what happens here between the Mercedes and the Haas. He's got the DRS. He's got the speed. He's going to make the move. Not much of a challenge there because, like you said, that's not where his race is today. And J-Man, I think he pulled off a Hoster class here today.
Yeah, he did.
Exactly
I
right.
think he's in a great position. He's in a great
Can
position at the
we
moment.
get Paul and Hell an invite back if we haven't yet, please?
I sent him one.
Yeah, cool. That's good. So hopefully he can take control of his car. So Edge.
Has J-Man? I think J-Man has come close. I think 2 or 3 times he's been on pole, but he's never won a
He
race. This could be his first win tonight.
Yeah, it could be. This gap is closing to the leader. So obviously getting the DRS from both Mercedes, every driver is now catching J-Man.
Has helped.
So yeah, Sick Party is looking the quickest car on the grid at the moment. Unfortunately, so I believe Thunderballs will get past Ski pretty quickly, I would say. But they both go to the same line. Doesn't help. Yeah, J-Man just needs to outlast. It's just about outlasting the.
Oh,
the
that was
drivers.
close. Jeez.
Yeah, they're thinking about the overalls here between Ski and Thunderballs here. Like, screw the race. They just want this.
Yeah, I think he's getting hold up there.
This will benefit Thunderballs though. As Ski
Oh,
gets
he's
out
moved
the
the track.
way, and he'll get the DRS. He'll burn, and he'll probably catch the back of Edge here. I think he should catch the back of Edge because of the old tires. He will. Yes, he will.
Yeah,
He
got
just
the
gets
DRS.
it. Just gets it. So, as I said, I don't think Edge will hold him up as much. As we said, his battle's unfortunately not with him today. Probably will be next week, or the week after, being that we have the race week off. But J-Man's still holding that 2.4 second gap, guys.
And Chevy's caught up actually quite a bit, to be honest, to Ski. But J-Man and Sick Party, I think if they don't get a penalty, that's our P1 and P2. The battle's going to be between them two. Who's going to take that pole?
Indeed, yeah. I mean, Sick Party, like you said, he's got the pace, and I mean, he's gonna have that DRS, starting with the DRS zone that begins in Sector 2, off of China. So I mean, he's gonna catch up a little bit, but I think J-Man overall, he's got the better pace than China. So, and China won't have that DRS. So, J-Man can really keep up this pace. He can just continue to pull away. He's got clean air. He doesn't have anybody in front of him to really worry about. The only car that's even remotely even ahead of him is the Aston Martin of Quicksilver, but that's still like essentially a mile away. So he's got clean air. He's got a good run. Sick Party will go ahead and slingshot past China. He is up into P2, but once again, outside of DRS range, and he's got about a 2-second gap to the car ahead.
Yeah, if they work together, China and Sick Party, they could definitely gain the time.
Yep. J-Man's harvesting though. He's got 80% battery compared to the 50%, so he'll probably be looking to burn down the straights and maybe hold out. As we have yellows, that is a Ferrari round of Peanut. He's in the wall on the... Oh, he's
Ooh.
reverse on track. Oh, he's just gone out the way.
No.
Don't come on, there's cars still coming. Let the kick past, or if he's letting you on.
Yeah, he's okay. He's alright.
Yep, cool, he's back on. That's
Paul
unfortunate.
left has left the session.
Yep, we'll try one more
I got
time. Try to get him back
I'll
in.
I'll send him on. I'll try through my invite.
Probably can't take control, I would say. Ski is in the box, so he's swapping to those mediums now. I think Edge will probably follow suit next lap. They didn't want to obviously double stack. So where will this put Ski? So he was down in P18. He should come out roughly just behind White Wolf, I think, in P13.
He doesn't seem appear to be online for me. Do you want to try, Reckers?
Yeah, I'll go and give it a shot.
Yeah, he doesn't seem online for me. Maybe restart
He's
this
joined.
game.
He's joined. Never mind.
Alright.
He's
Never mind
already
then.
back. So that's this is interesting because Ski's come out on those mediums. We know they are going to be quick. So can he make up a couple of spots to the likes of potentially maybe up to Woofer or David within 13 laps?
Interesting.
Possibly.
Because
Yeah,
they
I
are
mean, you
they are
never
on the
know.
old tyres. They're on 13 laps. Because remember, they box about lap 1. So
That's right.
That's gonna be an interesting. That's gonna be interesting to see if that can actually happen. But you also gotta remember there is a chance of a safety car happening here. We haven't seen one yet, even though we've had a few close calls with a few cars going into the
Yeah,
wall.
that's right.
But I mean, safety car could really change the whole dynamic of this race, and it could put J-Man under a lot of pressure. Especially, I mean, he's probably gonna be under pressure within, I would reckon, about the next. They gain about 2/10 a lap.
I think about 2 laps.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe 3 at most.
Yeah. Well, the question is, when you get put under pressure, can Sick Party and J-Man, hold off and not get a pen? You know, the pen's going to start wrecking when your tires start going. So probably lap 25, 26. The tires are pretty much cooked by then. And can you try to stay on track and not invalidate? You know, not get a penalty. Because if you got a penalty, then anybody can be a winner. You know.
yep, we're almost there. They're almost there. They can see him. They're 1.1. If they need to
They'll
keep
have
this
him.
working together. One's turned it to the none. One's got it in overtake. He's caught him, but is it enough?
they got it.
Yeah, they've got about realistically the same amount. So they just need to now hold it in the zone. And this could be a free
Yeah,
horse
they could do a
race.
they could do a double on him. You know, if they catch him, they could both overtake him, and then they could battle it to the end. Which this is going to be a battle to the end between those three.
Yeah. So I think we'll see probably Edge will box now onto those medium tyres. I would say. I think it's a time enough for the hards. Yes, he's slowed down.
Definitely.
So I would say he's in the box now. Come in. He hasn't got the penalty for the pit box, so that's always good. But he has already got a penalty. So yeah, Sick Party is right on the back of J-Man. So this is going to be very interesting. The tyres are only 1 lap difference. Who will take out this win? It's going to come
gonna be
right
really
down
tough.
to the wire.
They'd be
The two are
quite.
gonna be trading back and forth in the DRS zone like no end. So
Poof.
I mean, J-Man doesn't really bother putting up much of a defense there, as Sick Party does gonna. Oh wait, he's gonna hang
he
around the
does.
outside. That's a beautiful move from J-Man. Late on the brakes, he keeps his position. He makes it Sick Party kind of just burn up his brakes a little bit. Good
But
move
that
there
brought
from
China
Haas.
in.
It certainly did. I was about to say that. This has brought
That brought China in.
back in. So it
Oh,
could
this is
still go
definitely
to
gonna be a
China.
three-way
He just needs the two to come together and he just streams off for a win. But this is going to be very, very interesting for the standings battles, because we have seen J-Man has been very dominant in this fact that he has gotten a lot of podiums.
Yes,
So he hasn't
definitely.
got the wins, but he's gotten a lot of good podiums and good points. So
He's been so close. He's been so close to a win the last few rounds. Just no cigar. But speaking of Chevy with that wing damage, he's caught him, and he's working together now with Thunderballs to gain time on him, and they've gained about, I would say half a second the last half a lap. I'm very surprised that Sherry Wolves can still keep up with that pace with no left wing plate.
Indeed, yeah. I mean, that's the one thing that McLaren has been known to do, especially in this division, is they've had exceptional teamwork. So, I mean, unlike the Ferraris, where we often see the two Ferraris battling it out here in Division 6, the McLarens take the opposite strategy and they just work together. They know that, hey, you know, we have a overall championship to kind of go for, and you win as a team and you lose as a team, as it comes very close in turn 6 and 7 between
Sick party,
J-Man and Sick
J-Man.
Party. How has he held on to that?
I don't know, mate, but I think that China is just kicking back and waiting for him to pounce on both of them. I have a feeling that in the next few laps, China's just gonna fly past both of them. He's just kicking back. He's full of ERS, and he's just waiting one of them to give him enough opening to make enough of a mistake for him to just fly past.
This is brought in
What's
the oh, that's sector 3, so that is the Aston Martin who's just going a bit slow in sector 3 of Quicksilver. But
If they have a battle again, mate.
Yeah.
If they had one more battle like that before the chicane, it will bring the McLarens into the game.
Yep, and there we go. Fishlips picks up a 3 second, so there is a lot of penalties out in this grid. So Chevy Wolves, can we see a driver without a wing win this race? J-Man goes
It's
really wide as
possible.
well.
It's possible. He's got the pace.
If he does, then he gets driver of the day from me, hands down.
Hands
On
down.
this track
I would agree.
is nightmare fuel.
I had a yellow wing mate at the start of my race in Div 4. I think it was. Oh, he had a big moment from Chevy Wolves coming out of turn 3. I had a wing plate damage, and I kept it for about 3 laps, and I couldn't handle it anymore. I had to get to pits. I don't know how he's doing it, but good on him.
Yeah, that's definitely driver of the day material there. But I mean, another good candidate, if Chevy doesn't get it, would be J-Man, because J-Man's been doing excellent job here. It's so hard to defend when you're under pressure constantly with the DRS, but I think his defense will go no more. Wait! Is it around the outside? Is it going to make it stick? Not cool. Whoa, they're really close, so they might be able to make it happen.
Side by side here. No one's giving up
The outside
track. So this is the problem. If you start battling, this is going to bring the McLaren straight back into it, and the more they battle on the corners, the issue will arise where they'll just allow Chevy Wolves to maybe run over the top here, because it's still too early to battle. And I've been noticing they've been turning to none in weird positions. So right at the end of that, where the chicane is, they go to none and they leave it in none coming out of that corner, and that can cost you a fair bit of time here, especially if someone is burning behind.
Yeah, it costs you a lot of time. But as Rekus has said, so if it's not Chevy, if J-Man made up 5 positions, has been battling up the top now since the pits. So he's gained 5 positions, J-Man.
Yeah, and speaking of positions, so Edge is trying to crawl back as much as he can from this. He's on the back of Fishlips with those brand new mediums, so he is trying to push all the way potentially up to the 6 seconds of Faded Menace. Even though Edge has 3 seconds of pens, he's going to try to get within 3 seconds of Faded to get that P6, which will be an excellent recovery drive from the
Peanut in another 3 seconds. Yeah, he's got the fresher tyre, he's got the faster tyre. Yeah. He'll definitely push up the grid. I'm only concerned with those 3 battling Sick Party and J-Man mainly. If they keep going head to head and side by side, if one of them gets wing damage, it's pretty much will be game over for them from here onwards. The tires are really getting to be getting old now.
100%, and we're just seeing a drop off, unfortunately, from the McLarens. It looks like Chevy Wolves or Thunderbolts has had a moment on track, so that's cost them a little bit of time. So yeah, if these guys just stop battling for the time being and try to work together to at least 27 out of 29, I think you'll find it's going to be out of a 3-horse race. Unless Chevy can come from the absolute clouds.
Chevy would have the upper hand on the straights because of the wing damage. He'll be a little bit quicker because the front wing coming in the straights. Although we saw in Div 2, Mr. Bebs, you know, battling for the top 3, battling and taking it on the last lap, you know. So I would definitely. China is doing the right thing. He's saving his tires,
This
and
battling
he's
in the
not.
corners is not helping because that's where they drop a lot of
Oh,
time.
yep, yeah,
So
definitely.
that Chevy
So
Wolves, it goes down to 1.7. He is honing in. He is trying to lock in and close in.
yeah,
Thunderbolts is also caught up to Chevy, so this could still get dragged into a 5-horse race.
yeah, I think they're definitely up there at the ante now with with the 6 laps to go. Pretty much only 5 laps to go, so they have to put their foot on the pedal there to gain on them, which they are. They're 1.3 now.
Yeah, it's make or break right now for the McLarens. I mean,
They are pushing.
they're working together. That's what they need to do. And I mean, especially now, as J-Man has seemingly started to pull away from Sick Party a little bit, at least until he gets to
Chevy is
DRS. There's
caught.
mostly
Chevy's
China and Sick
almost.
now fighting.
Chevy's almost there. He's trying to push that car to the absolute limits. He's not waiting for Thunderbolts, which is a good choice because he's got no pen, so he might as well try and get within that top 3 and potentially cause an upset here.
But he can always slow down for his teammate to give him a DRS, you know. But he needs to, and he scored him,
I don't think you do now. He's 1.7 behind. I think you just keep pushing along. He's got the DRS now. That's brilliant. That's music to Chevy's ears. He's now in this battle for the top spot of the grid. And if these guys in the front keep battling, he can just turn it to none and make the move when he does. China makes a move on J-Man, pushing him down. But this brings Chevy Wolves right up the back of him.
Ooh, a little bit of a dicey moment there for Chevy.
Yeah, lost a bit of time there. Yeah, at the chicane. But it's between Sick Party, Jamie, and Chevy at this point.
Yeah,
indeed, yeah, because China's got that 3-second.
It's going to be interesting because now they're going to battle. They're going to battle.
Oh, they're going side by side. Oh no.
Oh, it's gonna.
This
oh,
could be disaster.
Yeah.
And they somehow made it out in one piece.
China keeping
wow,
the space.
and they're still. Jeez, great racing, boys.
He's not going down without a fight. He is kicking and screaming, trying to keep that spot in P1 despite the penalties.
What a change in this division, mate. They're going side by side, the 2 left-handers, mate. If you told me about this 5 weeks ago, I would have said you're nuts. They've definitely brought up the game. These guys, they've seriously got some good racecraft. Yeah.
That is World Eater comes back on track fine. So he's still in the points. He needs to just hold that spot. He's got the lap car of Lord.
Oh! J-Man and Sick Party.
The more J-Man and Sick Party keep fighting, China could run away. If China's able to, he's got only 10% though. They're all running pretty low except for J-Man and potentially Chevy as well.
And Chevy. You know, if they keep battling this Sick Party and J-Man, you know, Chevy could take both of them and just go for China.
Yeah. If I was Chevy, I'd just be harvesting the whole time. Just put it in none.
Yep.
Because this looks like this is gonna end badly.
Oh,
3 wide.
He decides better of it, but 3 wide into the hairpin is usually very dicey business. They just
Lord has gone off track.
That's a kick Sauber around on the straight as well, so that might bring out a safety car. We'll wait and see. The kick Sauber is going again, so he's going.
That's all right.
Oh, this is good racing, but it could go horribly wrong for a driver if they get it wrong.
I think their boys are doing quite well. I think Chevy is on their. Chevy's on the freshest tyre at the moment. 13 laps. He does have the wind damage though.
Medium runners, obviously these medium runners are on 6.8, 6.4, 4, 9, and 5. But
I'm talking about the top 5. Yeah.
Chevy could do this down the back straight, just slingshot past to him. He just needs to just wait, just be patient, save your battery. There's no need to burn anymore. You're already in the DRS now. You can just chill out, relax, have a spa behind
just a good exit. He just needs a great exit out of turn 3.
The double slipstream here, as we saw in multiple other divisions, is very strong. You can make a double overtake easily, or even make one overtake and then get ready to make the next one down the next straight.
Yeah, we saw that quite a bit here in this race, just between these top 3 that are fighting tooth and nail like it's a UFC match. I mean, it's excellent racing here, like you said. It has been very pedal to the metal from, especially since this pack caught up after the first round of pit stops. So this is really going to come down to the wire. I think this race is not even going to be remotely decided until lap 29.
Yeah, and obviously speaking, we have to vote on driver of the day. I'm more than happy to leave it till the last minute, as I'd like to see if he can pull this
Yeah.
off.
Yeah, it
As
will be probably between them two
yeah,
at this point.
unless we see another penalty, but I don't. I think these guys are just racing within the lines and giving each other just enough space for it to matter. But China's nearly burst that 1 second, but he needs to obviously
Man,
get 3 seconds in
J-Man
front.
is up to something, mate. I think J-Man is up to something. He has harvested so much battery. I think he's definitely going to go for some sort of move. If not this, then definitely next lap. Because his harvesting is insane compared to
Yeah,
the other
he's
three.
at 80 some. He's at 84%
Oh,
right now.
they've had
Ooh, a little bit of
contact.
contact there between Sick Party and J-Man. They touch wheels. Ooh,
And
that
that's
might
cost
be
them a
a
lot
bit
of
Oh,
time.
Chevy's going to have a massive run now.
Chevy will wait though. I think Chevy has to
Nah,
wait.
yeah, he has to.
Yeah, it's gonna be
I mean,
interesting because I can see it going horribly wrong. Oh no! He's had a big snap. I was just gonna
Chevy.
mention it can go horribly wrong down the straight if
Yeah.
you're going 3 wide, but unfortunately Chevy has had a moment, so he needs now Sick Party and J-Man to start battling again to catch that back up.
I don't think he could catch 2 seconds, maybe. Lap 27 or 29. I mean, anything can happen, but this is a big... He's lost a DRS, and he doesn't have Thunder to help him to catch it back up.
yeah, so I think it's over for.
Oh,
Chevy.
J-Man has dropped Sick Party.
Oh, he has.
Oh.
He's almost there. He's almost at that point. He's running with the most battery. He needs to start pushing now.
Sick
If he
Party's
wants
out of
to.
DRS.
Yeah.
I think he's
But
going to drop him.
can you see what I'm seeing? I can see China with a lap car in front, so the lap car stays off, gets on.
Oh, he's
Does he get
blocking him.
off?
He's blocking
He gets
J-Man.
Oh
off.
no, he goes off track to avoid it.
Yeah. He
Ooh,
gets
lucky.
off. He stays off, I
Good
think.
man.
Yeah, he's staying wide. That's good. Good. Don't want to see it impacting the race, but this helps Chevy.
Yep,
This gives
he's
him
going
the
to get the DRS.
DRS. Yep. So I think you're going to find we're going to be back to potentially a 3-horse battle again, as yeah, that gap has, well, they're both on 10%. Chevy's on 20 with the DRS, so he's hoping to close in, but yeah, it's
J-Man has
J-Man's
dropped
hit the
Sick Party.
curb. He's hit the curb
Oh!
though. He's bounced over the
Oh,
curb.
no.
It's cost him a little bit of time. Can
But
we
he's still
see?
out of DRS range though. That's the big one. He's still out of DRS
He's
range.
still out. How did he manage that after that incident?
Yeah, it's very interesting. He's gonna have to. If I was J-Man, I'd just be holding position. There's no need to fight, no need to try and send it. It is very hard.
Sick
to
Party
get
caught
to-
up.
Yeah, he has. But he's
Sick
not.
Party's caught, catching up.
J-Man is
Oh,
harvesting though. J-Man
let's
is
see what this
harvesting.
last lap will bring us, mate. I think this is going to be a very exciting finish now.
Yeah, Chevy's closing in as well. Can Chevy close in that gap enough to at least give him a fighting chance? This gap has closed.
Well,
Lord
Chevy
knows
could be in
because-
P3 if he keeps this gap, with China having a 3-second penalty. He could
Yeah,
be on
could be
podium.
P2. He's caught Sick Party. He's on the back of Sick Party right now. So
Oh no, he did too.
yeah, so this could be J-Man's for the taking unless he does exactly the same mistake as last lap just occurred. If I was him, I would just be just
Stick
don't-
behind him,
don't
mate.
burn. Yeah, don't burn. There's no need to pass.
Don't risk it. Yeah, this is your win, mate. Just stick behind him. Don't risk anything.
Yeah, he's going for it. He wants it on
He's not
track.
listening.
His adrenaline is probably
Not
his
listening.
adrenaline is at max right now. He takes the pass for the on-track lead,
But this
and I
gives
mean that's.
China.
I mean he didn't even need to do it. He had to win regardless.
Yeah, this
as long
gives
as you
China
kept
the
it out of the
DRS, so
wall.
this will allow them to fight right to the wire. He goes
I
side
don't
by
think he is.
side.
He's got 3 seconds. Don't fight it, mate.
Yep, he's thinking
It's
better off.
pointless.
He's just relaxing behind him. He's going to stay behind him. This is going to be J-Man's moment. Hopefully he gets around this last couple of corners without a pen. I'd hate to see him.
I'm very happy
Go
for him,
wide.
mate. It's his first win. If he brings it home, I'm very happy for him. He
One
came so close so many
full
times.
area. He keeps it very well in the track lines. This is it. He comes around the final last 2 corners. He will put it on P1. China very close behind in P2. Right to the line. Brings it home. China goes down to P4 with Sick Party and Chevy Wolves coming home.
Congratulations. Yep.
Thunderballs P5, Fader Menace P6, Edge looks like he'll stay P7 with that 3 second. Fish Lips will stay P8 with the 3 second. He goes off again. David P9 and Ski rounding out top 10, but White Wolf will jump him with the 3 second pen. But
That was what a race, mate. That was very exciting.
yeah. So who are we thinking is the driver of the day now?
It is very difficult, man, because Jamie 5 positions up and finished the race and won the race. Although Chevy Wolves is in P3 with their wing damage coming back to be on podium. It's a tough one. Yeah, I will let you guys decide since.
Look, I think J-Man 100% deserves the win with obviously the strategy, but to be that close with wing damage, my vote would be Chevy for driver of the day. It doesn't give any points anyway, but with wing damage and almost pulling off a win from the clouds and getting a podium, I think Chevy will with pole as well. Is my vote for driver of the day. So Panic, I'll let you decide the decision.
I am not going to decide this decision because I am a McLaren driver and Jamie did a fantastic job. So for me, it's definitely between them two. Jamie done an amazing job, you know, and to win on track as well. So what a bonus. I'll leave it to you boys to decide which one is driver today. But great job from all of them.
I'll see if have we got a mod in here. Can we put a poll out? Can we put? We've seen Edge in the comms in the chat. So can we do a vote for J-Man?
There we go.
There we go.
Oh, there we go. Thank you. I am gonna vote, like I said, and we'll see if it's still a split decision. I think they both should be receiving the drive of the day. There you have it. J-Man P1, Sick Party P2, Chevy Wolves P3, China P4, Thunderballs P5, Fader Menace P6, RBHR Edge P7, Fish Lips P8, David P9, White Wolf rounding out the top 10 with Ski, Peanut, Woofer, Paw in Hell, and Weld Eater rounding out the points with Weld Eater getting that fast slap as well. So at least he gets that extra point.
What a vote, mate. This poll is going just one by one. So it's all four at the moment.
I think otherwise
It's
we'll
going to
just do a coin
decide.
flip.
Yeah, do a quote for Marcus. Let you do it, mate.
I think if it still is in the vote, if it's still 50-50,
If it's still tied,
I'm
then
happy.
I will.
I'm happy for it to be a split decision vote, but it's still. Chevy Wolves is now in the lead. Can we see a vote for J-Man? Can we see a vote?
We're doing
I feel like I'm at the horse race.
Yeah.
It's like I'm at one of those Meekum auctions, you know.
Yeah.
Can I get up over Jimmy?
But no, that was a epic race from start to finish.
Yeah.
Obviously, there was a bit of a incident lap one, but
We did get another vote.
they kept going. There was no really big incidents on track to cause any onboards, which I'm very pleased about, as we have a drawn vote again.
Nah, the guys have done a phenomenal job, especially those top five. I mean, they battled the entire time pretty much. I don't think there's maybe a couple of laps that they haven't battled. Great drive from them. And what a turnaround from the boys. The racecraft has improved by a mile.
100%. I'm just gonna
Yeah,
get
that
these boys in
was
for interviews.
absolutely perfect racing.
And Edge coming back from that bottom of the grid, he's done actually quite a good job, mate, from back of the grid to score some good points for Mercedes here.
Yeah.
It was a really good recovery drive for Mercedes. I mean, they, like you said, they started at the back of the grid. P18 to P16, not ideal, especially when you have the overalls to think about. Not just the constructors in this division, but overall. So, I mean, good recovery drive from the Mercedes. I mean, they did the best with what they had, so good on them.
Yeah, it was a good recovery drive from them. Obviously, both unfortunately getting a DSQ from the pit lane. He wasn't able to move off the under the tunnel. It's very unfortunate. And Edge having the qualifying ban to get all the way up to P7, I think it was in the end. That's a brilliant effort. And but nah, all of tonight is definitely in for J-Man. J-Man had a fantastic race, and so the whole top seven, I can't fault. That was brilliant, side by side, through certain sectors that realistically we've seen a lot of incidents happen. To have no incident is
Yeah, to be
very
honest, I don't know if I could go side by side through those two left-handers. I mean, put my head off to the boys. Well done.
Yeah, so we're starting to get them coming in, which is good. Just waiting to make sure they are all in before we start. And what we'll
They are.
do is we'll do something different. So we'll go. I will interview P3. I'll get Rekus, you interview P2, and James, Panic, you take out the leading car and interview
Done.
P1. So I will start things off. Now I believe it was Chevy Wolves in P3. Are you there, mate?
Absolutely, mate. What's going on?
Welcome, mate. Yeah, that was brilliant, brilliant race, and obviously you did lose your wing, but you still controlled the car and bring it home P3, which is excellent. Very, very good race, and we've still got a vote for driver of the day at the moment going on, and it's currently pretty even at the moment. But walk us through the race. So how did you find it? Obviously you did lose DRS at one point, but you managed to get the gap back to within a second, and then obviously unfortunately had another big snap heading into the end of sector 2. Walk us through that moment and the whole race in general.
Yeah, first off, full credit to the boys at McLaren for getting us through. So full credit to the boys there. Yeah, it was a good race, mate. I felt just confident, had the pace, put a stonker in for P1, in quali, and I thought, this McLaren's got the sandbags in it today, so just jumped on the horse and rode her as hard as I could, and yeah, full credit to the boys for that. The wing came off, just a little quick bump into Thunderballs right in front of me and my teammate on that chicane coming out of the DRS section, but you don't really need a wing around here, and I was just winging it after that, if you know what I mean. And yeah, just catching up to the boys out of the DRS. I mean, I heard they were battling in front of me, so yeah, full credit to the boys, and we made it through.
Yeah, no, it was brilliant, brilliant effort from basically falling out of the DRS to then gaining it back. Really good to obviously see you up on the podium. You obviously haven't had the best of seasons so far, but yeah, that qualifying lap says you definitely have the pace and could potentially be a winner in the next couple of races, and maybe have another different winner next week or the week after. Sorry, with the break week.
Yeah, these boys are on it at the moment, like the top 4, top 5, and all that are going hard at it. And great battle just then with, I think it was Sick Party. We had J-Man in there in China. Seen China with the 3-second, but Thunder's just dropped off there. I'm sure if Edge didn't have that quali ban, he'd be up there too. So there's a couple of competitors going for it. But yeah, see how we go, mate. I can only rock up every day, drink me tea, and put my juice in there, and see how we go. And full credit to the boys for that.
Yeah, no, brilliant effort, mate. And yeah, well done. And yeah, have fun with your podium, and we'll see you at Australia after the break.
Thanks, lads. Full credit to the boys and that McLaren, up the papaya.
Well done. That was Chevy Wilson P3. So I'll let Rekus take it away with Sick Party in P2.
All right, Sick Party, are you there, good sir?
Yes, I am.
Congratulations on the podium. I mean, you were so close there to the race win on a lot of occasions there. So I know it was obviously quite a battle between yourself, J-Man, and China. So overall, how do you feel about that battle? How do you feel about Abu Dhabi as a track?
Oh, I mean, going into it, I was like thinking I was going to get absolutely flogged by everyone because like I thought I was really crap at it, and like with practice, like from Div 5 as well last night, I got really good. I was thinking I was just gonna absolutely just win, in all honesty. But like going into this, and I got pipped to pole by 2 McLarens, and yeah, and then J-Man just beat me in the end of it. He did a massive undercut.
Yeah, I mean it was a very very powerful undercut, obviously. So I know you had a little bit of contact there. I think it was like 26 with J-Man there. So did that result in any long-term damage, or was it just a little touch and go?
Just a little touch and go. There was no damage for me for the whole race, really. I don't think I got damage at all.
That's really impressive stuff. So how do you fancy your chances as well as Williams as a team? How do you guys fancy your chances going into Australia after the break?
Oh, I mean, by the looks of it, me and Faded are feeling really confident about Australia. Like what? I think we're like flying up in the constructors at the moment. We're like 5th, and we're better. I think if like the provisional results are the final results, we are at least go to 4th, maybe 3rd even.
Yeah, it's been a pretty meteoric rise for you guys at Williams. Glad to hear it. Congratulations on P2. It was a really hard fought race. I mean, I know you guys are fighting basically tooth and nail for like the second half of that race. So congratulations, and we'll see you next week. Or sorry, 2 weeks from now.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, that was Sick Party in P2, so well done to him and the Williams team. Now moving on to our P1 and driver of the day in J-Man. I'll let Panic take this away for P1.
Mr. J-Man, here we are again in the comms box, my friend. You have finally done it. You came so close, probably three, 4 times to get the P1. You finally got the P1, mate. You are a race winner. How are you feeling?
Oh, I'm so happy right now. I finally. Oh, I'm come so close, like 4 or 5 times, and I'm so happy to finally do it. I'm just so happy right now.
Congratulations, mate. You've obviously you must have been in engineering because you've done that undercut. You're the first one to pit. I believe it was lap 7 that you pitted and to do that big undercut, and it worked really well for you. But coming to the closing stage of the race, you and Sick Party, and China was just kicking back and waiting to see what's going to happen. But you and Sick Party coming to those 2 left-handers, I think for about 2 laps, you guys battled side by side. How'd you feel coming through those corners? Were you confident that you got to give each other enough space there, or what was going through your mind?
Yeah, I was confident. Like I knew Sick Party he's a good driver. He's clean, but he's definitely aggressive. But he's definitely good. And like I was sure that we were gonna keep it clean through there. And like I was making sure to hold my part to keep it clean. And well, we did. And I'm really happy with that. And happy with the performance from all the drivers tonight.
So what did your TP, was he in engineering? How I think your TP will be over the moon with this result.
Yeah, he definitely is, and yeah, he let us know about the undercut and how it was definitely strong. And I was just like, well, it was lap 8, and my tires were starting to drop off, and I was starting to lose the guys in front. So I was just like, I have to go for it. I have to make a choice move, and it really worked. It just really helped me.
So how are you feeling coming into? We got a week's break now. Obviously, everyone's gonna do a bit of practice. How are you feeling about Australia?
Well, I'm gonna really get in that practice since we've got an extra week. So it's going to be a lot of practice for me and probably for everyone else. And looks like we're just going to have to wait for 2 weeks, and we'll see what everyone has to show at Australia.
Well, phenomenal job tonight. You've shown that you got the pace and definitely the racecraft. You guys done a phenomenal job. The whole division, to be honest with you, but you top 4 there. They were battling constantly. Well done to you. So congratulations on the win, and you also are driver of the day today. Congratulations on that as well.
Yeah, thank you for everyone that voted for me in the stream.
All right.
No worries, mate.
That was a J-Man in P1. Now we've just got one more person to come into the box because this is our final race for a week because we have the week off due to the Australian Grand Prix. And I will let SJ take the floor when he is ready.
Evening, gentlemen. How are we?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Can't complain.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Good evening. That's it. Just want to say on behalf of everyone, myself, the directors, everyone, thank you ever so much for this season so far. It's obviously not over. We've got the week's break for the Melbourne Grand Prix. So if you are going, absolutely have an absolute blast. I'm jealous to the hills and back. I'm sure it was going to be a fantastic weekend at Melbourne with all the new rookies and Lewis in the Ferrari and obviously Max in the Red Bull defending his title again. So yeah, all have a great time and keep safe. We still do have one more race, which is obviously Thursday night, which is the reserve program. So if you are a reserve driver, please get involved. The check-in is out. There will be no reserve program the following week, though. They will be having a week off, just like everyone else. Please bear in mind of the chickens. The chickens will go out. Keep an eye out on the dates because obviously it will tell you when we're back. But yeah, no, absolutely fantastic. And I just got to say again, this is now the 7th different winner we've had in Division 6.
That's correct. It is correct. It's living up to the name. It's a brand new division, and it makes things very, very interesting. There's only been one double up winner in Thunderballs, so it's a really good watch.
Yeah. No, it has. It's been absolutely fantastic. It's been a really, really, really competitive start to the season, and obviously we've still got no idea when they're going to drop the release date of 25. So we're just going to keep continuing, and I think a lot of people are enjoying the next part, the second part of the calendar. There's some very, very good, exciting tracks coming up. But basically how it's going to work, we have got the week off, we come back, we then go to round 10, and then after round 10, everyone then has a week off because silly season opens. Remember, there will be rules. There will be rules for silly season this season that will be implemented out after basically on round 9, the last race of Division 3, which will be implemented into the rules, and also rules channel, also into the TPs, and then you are free reign to do whatever you want. So if you want to make rumours up, get involved, please message customer relations after round 9 or round 10. Yeah, after round 10, and she'll do as much as she can. Division 3 will be next week, so keep an eye on them as they do have this week off because their race was actually falling on the day when people were actually flying to Melbourne, so that's the reasons why it's moved. But yeah, just a big up to the comms, to everyone so far, and we've got 10 races left of Division 1, but plenty more to go in Division 2 to 6. So yeah, great job guys as always. Everyone else, look after yourself, take care, have a good break, enjoy it, enjoy the F1, and we'll see you very, very soon. Back to you.
Yep, so that's it for Div 6. So it's been an excellent night. Appreciate the commentating with you guys, Panic and Wreckers. It's been very good. Actually, in my opinion, it seemed to work pretty well. Didn't really overlap with each other, which is always a good thing. And yeah, it was a really good race to watch.
Nah, definitely, mate. I enjoyed it quite a bit there. I think 3 of us did quite a well job tonight. Hopefully the audience has enjoyed it as well. So we'll definitely see you soon, man.
Yeah, I mean, it was a really great race. I mean, it's pretty easy to have good commentary when the racing was so intense like it was there, especially in those closing laps, especially that battle for P1 between China, Sick, and J-Man. It was pure cinema. Easily the most entertaining race I have ever seen at Abu Dhabi. So, well done to everyone.
Yeah, it was brilliant to watch. But yeah, as always, it's been really good. And yeah, as we said, it's going to be a break for a week. So we look forward to seeing you after the break. And as I like to say, ciao.